Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the significant contributions of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo in the field of science and technology during her presidency in the Philippines. From 2001 to 2010, Arroyo's administration oversaw a period of remarkable growth and advancement in the Philippine science and technology sector. Now, some might say 9 years is a long time for a president to be in office, but you can't argue with the progress made under Arroyo's watch. Her commitment to fostering innovation and leveraging technology as a tool for national development left a lasting impact on the Philippines. Over the next few minutes, we'll be taking a close look at the specific initiatives and policies that defined Arroyo's science and technology legacy. We're talking about concrete actions, tangible outcomes, and the real-world impact these advancements had on the lives of ordinary Filipinos. The establishment of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, wasn't something that happened overnight. It was the culmination of years of effort, pushing for a dedicated government body to champion scientific research and technological innovation. Arroyo didn't just inherit the DOST, she empowered it. Her administration understood that for the Philippines to compete on a global stage, it needed to invest in its scientific minds and provide them with the resources to flourish. Think of it as laying the foundation for a skyscraper. You can't just start building without a solid base. The DOST, under Arroyo's leadership, became that bedrock, that essential foundation upon which future scientific and technological achievements could be built. And it wasn't just about creating a department for the sake of it. Arroyo's vision was clear: to make science and technology accessible to every Filipino. That meant investing in research and development, promoting scientific literacy among the youth, and ensuring that the benefits of technological advancements reached even the most remote corners of the archipelago. The DOST, under her watch, wasn't some bureaucratic monolith, detached from the realities of everyday Filipinos. It was a dynamic force, actively engaged in finding solutions to the country's most pressing challenges, from agricultural productivity to disaster preparedness. This was about more than just test tubes and research papers. This was about improving the lives of millions of Filipinos. In today's world, information is power. But what happens when access to that information is limited, restricted by economic or geographic barriers? This is the challenge that Gloria Macapagal Arroyo sought to address with the launch of the Philippine e-library. Imagine a vast digital repository of knowledge accessible to anyone with an internet connection. That's the power of the e-library. It's about breaking down the walls that traditionally separated Filipinos from educational resources. Students in far-flung provinces, researchers in underfunded universities, even curious minds simply eager to learn, the e-library opened up a world of possibilities for them. No longer were they limited by the confines of their physical libraries. This wasn't just about providing free books online. It was about democratizing knowledge, making it available to every Filipino, regardless of their background or location. It was a testament to Arroyo's belief in the power of education to uplift communities and empower individuals. The internet, for all its potential, can also be a source of misinformation. The Philippine e-library, with its curated collection of scholarly articles, journals, and other credible sources, provided a beacon of reliability in the digital age. Arroyo's vision was clear: to create a knowledge-based society in the Philippines, where information is readily available to all. The Philippine e-library stands as a testament to that vision, a legacy that continues to empower Filipinos today. The 21st century is the century of biotechnology. From groundbreaking medical treatments to innovations in agriculture, the potential of biotechnology to address some of humanity's most pressing challenges is undeniable. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo recognized this potential early on, making it a key focus of her science and technology agenda. Arroyo's administration understood that to truly harness the power of biotechnology, you couldn't just fund research in some lab, isolated from the real world. You needed to create an ecosystem where innovation could flourish, where scientists, entrepreneurs, and policymakers could work together, and that's precisely what they did. They fostered collaborations between research institutions and private sector companies, encouraging the translation of scientific breakthroughs into tangible products and solutions. Let's take agriculture, for example. The Philippines, with its reliance on agriculture, faced challenges like low crop yields and the devastating impact of pests and diseases. Arroyo's administration saw biotechnology as a key to addressing these issues. They invested in research and development of genetically modified crops, engineered to be more resistant to pests and diseases, ultimately leading to increased productivity for Filipino farmers. This wasn't just about science, it was about improving livelihoods, putting food on the table. And it wasn't just agriculture. Arroyo's administration also supported the development of biotechnology in the medical field, particularly in areas like drug discovery and development of diagnostic tools. The goal was clear: to improve healthcare outcomes for Filipinos and make the Philippines a regional hub for biotechnology innovation. The Philippines, situated in the Pacific Ring of Fire, knows all too well the devastating impact of natural disasters. Typhoons, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, these are not abstract threats but harsh realities for millions of Filipinos. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, recognizing the critical importance of accurate weather forecasting and disaster preparedness, made the modernization of PAGASA a top priority. PAGASA, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, plays a vital role in keeping Filipinos safe. But for years the agency struggled with outdated equipment and limited resources. Arroyo's administration changed that. They invested heavily in upgrading PAGASA's infrastructure, providing the agency with state-of-the-art weather monitoring equipment and technology. This wasn't just about fancy new gadgets, it was about giving PAGASA the tools it needed to provide more accurate and timely weather forecasts. Think about it, the difference between a 24-hour warning and a 48-hour warning before a major typhoon can be the difference between life and death. It allows families more time to evacuate, communities to prepare, and disaster response teams to be strategically deployed. But it wasn't just about technology. Arroyo's administration also focused on building PAGASA's human capital, investing in training programs to enhance the skills and expertise of its personnel. This two-pronged approach, upgrading technology and empowering people, transformed PAGASA into a more effective and reliable agency, better equipped to protect Filipinos from the wrath of Mother Nature. In the Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,000 islands, connectivity is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo recognized this, understanding that in the 21st century, information and communications technology, or ICT, is the key to unlocking economic growth, bridging the digital divide, and empowering Filipinos from all walks of life. Arroyo's vision was clear: to transform the Philippines into an ICT powerhouse, a nation where technology drives progress and empowers its citizens. But achieving this vision required a multifaceted approach, addressing infrastructure development, digital literacy, and fostering a thriving ICT industry. One of the key challenges was the lack of reliable and affordable internet access, particularly in rural and remote areas. Arroyo's administration tackled this head-on, investing heavily in expanding internet infrastructure across the archipelago. They supported the laying of fiber optic cables, the establishment of internet hubs in underserved communities, and the implementation of programs to make internet access more affordable for ordinary Filipinos. This wasn't just about connecting people to Facebook, it was about connecting them to opportunities. But infrastructure was only part of the equation. Arroyo also understood the importance of digital literacy. Her administration implemented programs to equip Filipinos with the skills needed to thrive in an increasingly digital world. They established computer training centers, integrated ICT education into the school curriculum, and launched initiatives to promote digital literacy among adults, particularly in rural areas. This was about empowering Filipinos, giving them the tools to participate in the digital economy. The future of any nation rests on the shoulders of its youth. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo understood this, recognizing that investing in science education was not just about producing future scientists and engineers, but about nurturing critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and a passion for innovation among all Filipino students. Arroyo's administration implemented a series of reforms aimed at revitalizing science education in the Philippines, from primary school to the university level. They recognized that to compete in the 21st century, Filipino students needed a strong foundation in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the so-called STEM fields. One of the key challenges was the lack of qualified science and math teachers, particularly in remote areas. Arroyo's administration addressed this by introducing scholarship programs to encourage students to pursue careers in science and education. They also implemented professional development programs for existing teachers, equipping them with the knowledge and skills needed to effectively teach science and math. It was about investing in the educators, giving them the tools to inspire the next generation. But it wasn't just about textbooks and classrooms. Arroyo's administration also understood the importance of hands-on, experiential learning. They supported the establishment of science centers, planetariums, and other interactive learning facilities across the country. These centers provided students with opportunities to explore science beyond the classroom, to engage in hands-on experiments, and to cultivate a love for inquiry and discovery. It was about making science fun, accessible, and relevant to the lives of young Filipinos. As the world grappled with the growing urgency of climate change and the need to transition to cleaner sources of energy, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo recognized that the Philippines, with its abundant renewable energy potential, had an opportunity to become a leader in this global shift. Arroyo's administration implemented a series of policies and initiatives aimed at promoting the development and adoption of renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, hydro, and geothermal power. The goal was twofold: to reduce the country's reliance on fossil fuels and to create a more sustainable energy future for the Philippines. One of the key challenges was attracting investment in the renewable energy sector. To address this, Arroyo's administration introduced a feed-in tariff system, which guaranteed renewable energy producers a fixed price for the electricity they fed into the grid. This provided investors with the certainty they needed to invest in renewable energy projects, knowing that they would receive a fair return on their investment. It was about creating a favorable environment for the growth of the renewable energy industry, but it wasn't just about large-scale projects. Arroyo's administration also promoted the use of renewable energy in off-grid and rural communities, where access to electricity was limited. They supported the installation of solar panels in schools, health centers, and other vital community facilities. This not only provided these communities with a clean and reliable source of energy, but also helped to improve their quality of life and spur local economic development. In today's knowledge-based economy, intellectual property is a valuable asset. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo recognized this, understanding that a robust intellectual property rights (IPR) regime was essential for fostering innovation, attracting foreign investment, and ensuring that Filipino creators and inventors were fairly compensated for their work. During her time in office, Arroyo's administration took significant steps to strengthen IPR protection in the Philippines. They worked to improve the legal framework governing intellectual property, enhance enforcement mechanisms, and raise awareness about the importance of IPR. One of the key challenges was addressing counterfeiting and piracy, which were rampant in the Philippines. Arroyo's administration launched a crackdown on counterfeit goods, conducting raids on factories and marketplaces known for producing and selling fake products. They also worked to educate consumers about the dangers of counterfeit goods, both to their health and to the economy. This was about protecting Filipino consumers and legitimate businesses. But it wasn't just about enforcement. Arroyo's administration also recognized the importance of promoting a culture of respect for intellectual property. They worked with schools and universities to incorporate intellectual property education into the curriculum. They also launched public awareness campaigns to highlight the importance of intellectual property and to celebrate the creativity and innovation of Filipino artists, writers, musicians, and inventors. This was about recognizing and valuing the intellectual capital of the Philippines. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on influential leaders and their contributions. We've journeyed through Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's presidency, exploring the many ways her administration left an indelible mark on the landscape of science and technology in the Philippines. From establishing the DOST to promoting biotechnology, from empowering PAGASA to bridging the digital divide, her legacy is one of foresight, action, and a belief in the power of science and technology to uplift the nation. As we reflect on Arroyo's contributions, it's clear that her vision extended beyond simply advancing technology for technology's sake. It was about harnessing the power of innovation to solve real-world problems, to improve the lives of ordinary Filipinos, and to secure a brighter future for generations to come.